Listen carefully. What I'm about to share is not pleasant, but it is truth. You may have wondered why kindness so often feels punished while greed is rewarded. Why those who cheat, manipulate, and destroy seem to rise, while the good are left to suffer in silence. As an old proverb says, when the axe came into the forest, the trees said, "The handle is one of us." The world is not always what it appears, and by the end of this, you will see why this truth should not break you, but make you unshakable. Listen carefully, for this is not a pleasant truth. Yet truth must be spoken as it is, not as we wish it to be. First, you must understand this. The world was never designed to reward goodness. It was designed to operate on laws, cause and effect, strength and weakness, influence and consequence. Goodness is a choice of conscience. It is not a shield against hardship. When humans were given free will, the path was opened for both creation and destruction. That same freedom allows a kind hand to build a home and a cruel hand to burn it. The universe does not stop either act. It only ensures that each act has its own fruit, even if that fruit ripens long after the one who planted it is gone. Like seeds beneath the soil, the results of both good and evil often remain unseen until the appointed season. Good people suffer because they choose to follow conscience in a world that runs on power, resources, and control. The corrupt rise because they understand the systems of this world and use them without restraint of conscience. They do not waste time asking, "Is this right?" They only ask, "Will this work for me?" That speed and ruthlessness often makes them appear victorious. The lion does not turn around when a small dog barks. In the same way, the corrupt rarely pause to consider moral consequence. Their eyes are fixed only on the prize. The corrupt unite, the good often stand alone. Those who serve selfish interests know that their survival depends on protecting each other's secrets. They form networks, organizations, and alliances. They defend each other because they understand, if one falls, many fall. In contrast, good people often work alone, valuing their personal moral space more than collective power. While this protects their integrity, it also leaves them vulnerable in a world that rewards numbers and influence. Do not be deceived by appearances. The rise of the corrupt is not the same as their peace. Their position is built on unstable ground, for the higher they climb without truth, the harder their fall when truth arrives. Some will die before they see the fall. Others will live to see everything they built destroyed, sometimes by their own children. But this collapse often happens out of sight, so the masses believe the lie that corruption always wins. History is full of examples. The Roman Emperor Nero, whose cruelty and excess ended in disgrace. The business empires built on lies, collapsing overnight when fraud was exposed. The leaders who ruled through fear, only to be overthrown by the very people they oppressed. The mills of God grind slowly, but they grind exceedingly fine. Justice may not arrive on our schedule, but it arrives with precision. Good people also suffer because they expect the world to behave like their heart. They expect fairness. They expect truth to be rewarded and evil to be punished in clear sight. When this does not happen, they become discouraged. But fairness is not the law of the world. It is the law of the heart. And the heart's law only governs those who choose to obey it. In ancient China, Confucius taught that virtue must be practiced for its own sake, not for the reward it might bring. In the deserts of the Middle East, the prophets warned that the path of righteousness is narrow and often lonely. Across Africa, elders say, "The one who tells the truth is never loved in the marketplace." The modern age adds another layer to this. The systems of today, governments, corporations, media, are shaped by those with resources. History is rewritten, truth is hidden, and false heroes are celebrated. Society tells you that wealth, fame, and power are proof of greatness, and so many believe it. This is why children grow up admiring the corrupt and dismissing the wise, why lies spread faster than truth, and why the good are often mocked for their simplicity. But hear this: your suffering is not a sign of failure. It is a mark of courage. The corrupt may rise like a storm, but storms pass. And when they do, only what is rooted in truth remains. The oak tree stands for centuries, not because the wind spares it, but because each storm deepens its roots. Your hardships are doing the same for you. History remembers those who endured for the sake of what is right. Socrates drank the hemlock rather than betray truth. Gandhi faced prison rather than abandon non-violence. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in a cell, but emerged unbroken, shaping a nation's destiny. You are walking in that same lineage, maybe not on the world's stage, but in the silent, unseen acts that keep humanity from losing its way entirely. But here is the deeper truth you must see. The suffering of the good is not meaningless. If the corrupt have the power to dominate, the good have the power to preserve. Without those who follow conscience, the world would destroy itself completely. Good people are the silent walls holding back complete chaos. That role will never be rewarded by the corrupt, for it opposes their goals. But it is the only role that keeps life bearable for everyone, including those who hate you. The world's systems will never favor the good, because the good will not manipulate, cheat, or oppress to gain control. This means they will always face obstacles. But that is not weakness. It is the price of refusing to become the thing you oppose. Understand also that suffering shapes the good in ways comfort never can. The corrupt are skilled in gaining and keeping power, but they are often fragile inside, for they have never learned to stand without their position. The good, having survived storms without such protections, carry an inner strength that cannot be stolen. This is why, even when crushed, they can rise again. Do not believe the sweet lies of those who say, "If you are good, life will be easy." That is not written in any true book of wisdom. What is promised to the good is peace of mind, the only peace that survives in any world, in any era. The world may break your body, but only you can give it permission to break your spirit. Release the need for worldly reward. Expecting the world to honor goodness is like expecting a wolf to protect the lamb. Live your values regardless. Find your allies. Even the wise need companions. Even the strong need a circle that guards them. Protect your peace. The mind at rest is the only wealth that cannot be taxed, stolen, or destroyed. Plant without watching the soil. Your seeds of kindness may grow in a time and place you will never see. Plant them anyway. So, why do good people suffer while the corrupt rise? Because the corrupt play the game of the world to win the world. And the good live by the laws of the heart, which are not the laws of the world. If you are good, do not expect the world to reward you. Expect the world to test you. Expect it to use you, oppose you, and misunderstand you. But also expect that your life will leave a foundation upon which others can stand, even if your name is never known. And remember this: every act of goodness, no matter how small, is a seed planted in soil you may never see. You may not witness its fruit, but it will grow. The corrupt may seem to rise, but their victory is shallow and temporary. The good may seem to suffer, but their victory is deep and eternal. If you choose to be good, know that you have chosen the harder road, but also the road that makes you unshakable. And if you ever doubt your path, ask yourself this: What is the worth of gaining the whole world if in the process you lose the only thing that can never be replaced, your own soul? If this message lit a spark in you, don't let it fade. Follow, subscribe, like, share, and leave your thoughts below. The next lesson may be the one your soul has been waiting for. But if you're not here, you may miss the step that reveals the view you've been seeking. This is Goodvsbad wisdom, where every path leads to insight.